Taurus, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are brand new here or cross-watching, welcome. I'm JT. Hey, hit that thumbnail. Come into the channel. Check out the new playlists, okay? I've got the 2026 readings, first quarter, second quarter. Taurus, we're going to be working on the third quarter readings, okay? I'm going to shuffle up and we'll get started, all right? You can fast forward if you need to. I want to say, if you are a returning subscriber, I'm happy. I don't even know what else to say. I appreciate you. I'm trying to grow the channel, and I know it's slow go. There are so many different tarot readers out there, and I'd really love to hear from you, the things that you'd like to see or like to hear, I really do try to stick with the integrity of the cards, so I know my readings are sometimes are just kind of fundamental, but I like to learn from the cards, So if you resonate with that, stick around. If this is not your style, then there's no hard feelings, but I do appreciate you being here. All right, so Taurus, we're going to take a look now at your present energy, okay? And we have the Eight of Cups. Like I said, this may or may not resonate with you guys, but the Eight of Cups. Okay, so somebody is walking away from something that is emotionally unfulfilling to them. I mean, this could be, I've had enough of this relationship, I'm done. The cups do represent the emotional love type of cards, right? So, but I feel like whoever this is for, this is a person who's had enough, and this could be from exterior, energies, people around you. This could be leaving friend groups, family groups, those types of dynamics, karmic relationships or whatever. But we're going to keep on going. We'll take a look and see what unfolds, okay? All right, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your crossing energy, okay? We want to know what the challenge is, the crossing challenge for Taurus, okay? What is the crossing challenge? This is the third quarter reading. We're almost done with January. It has flown by so fast. All right, Taurus, what is your crossing challenge here? What does Taurus need to look at? Perhaps something lying underneath. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups. Like I said, this could be talking about a relationship that perhaps you've invested yourself into or you would like to invest into. The Ten of Cups is that happy, harmonious, the house on the hill, the creek running down by the side, the children playing in the yard. Doesn't necessarily mean that you want children or all that type of thing, but it is a harmonious relationship. And so perhaps you've been looking for that. Perhaps you've walked away from a relationship because somebody made an offering to you. We're going to take a look, though, Taurus, and find out, okay? We'll keep going. We're going to look at what is lying underneath, okay? So underneath, we're going to talk about maybe some shadow aspects, some things that are hidden in the subconscious mind, those deep-seated kinds of thoughts that continue to kind of come up on us, right? They sneak up on us. Sometimes we're not really even paying attention to them, but they seem to be underlying. It's the things that we're constantly thinking about, all right? So what's underneath the foundation here for Taurus? Okay, it's an investment of some type. The Three of Wands talks about an investment. You're looking into something. You've got two wands that are posted up in the ground behind you there. And the other wand is, I'm taking action now. I'm definitely doing something. This could be you moving out of a relationship, moving towards a relationship. You're going to have to take the energy as it fits for you, okay? Just kind of fill in the blanks. Excuse me. But you're definitely invested, and that means you're doing an action towards it. So this could be somebody has, you've met somebody and you're entertaining that idea. You could still be in a relationship, but I feel like with the Eight of Cups as your present current energy, I feel like you're done with the other one, right? So, and I'm not judging. Hey, to each his own. All right, we're going to take a look now at the recent past for Taurus. The reason this is important, for obvious reasons, okay, is that, sometimes those things creep up on us too. Things that could influence us, things that could hinder our new relationships, things that would maybe, this could be anything from traumatic wounds as a child, spiritual awakenings, enlightenments, any kind of energy that could be affecting us. And that's positive too, you know? So we're going to take a look at Taurus as to the recent past, all right? Okay, so in the recent past, there was definitely a judgment of some kind, okay? The judgment card comes out and says, hey, I'm here to give you a wake-up call, okay? This could be actually a spiritual enlightenment. This could be talking about a twin flame journey, perhaps. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but sometimes there is that tendency when you have the Ten of Cups, but then you have a situation where there's a judgment or hermit or hierophant or something like that comes up. It could be, but I feel like this is judgment upon your actual relationship, okay? And this could be the emotional side of things that you're finally going to get some clarity on. Judgment could talk about maybe actual contracts. You did have this 10 of Cups here as a challenge card. So it could be something like, you know, a divorce or a decree. It could be a separation, or this could be something like, you know, we're in a contract with, you know, say roommates or something like that, and somebody bailed out on you and you had to, you know, well, they're holding you with the bag, in other words. So, and you sought judgment upon this situation. So it could mean a couple of different, you know, in a couple different situations like that. So, but we're going to keep going. All right. We are going to take a look now at the possibilities. So the law of the universe says that when one door closes, another door has to open. It's the law. It's the light, the dark, the positive, the negative. It's the pendulum of life. It swings both ways, always. So what we want to know is, what are the possibilities then for Taurus? Got some cards flip over in the middle there. All right, so let's take a look. The possibilities, King of Pentacles. So this could be you waiting on this king. This could actually be you getting your finances together. You know, this King of Pentacles is a, you know, emotionally balanced, stable environment with, you know, finances in order. The King of Pentacles is a very earth energy, grounded, so we could be talking about earth signs here, okay? But for the possibilities, it could also mean that there is a King of Pentacles coming in. You could be a divine feminine, and this divine masculine energy is coming into you, you know? So we could be, you know, talking about maybe Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn also, but I don't really like to call that out all that well. You know, just too early in the game. So we're going to keep going. We're going to take a look now at the near future for Taurus, okay? The near future for Taurus, what's this look like? Okay. Yeah. Yep. You have the High Priestess. Okay. So we could be talking about that divine masculine coming into, or the divine feminine coming into her High Priestess energy. With the divine masculine as the King of Pentacles, I'm kind of getting it that this may very well be some kind of a twin flame journey or something like that. Doesn't have to be that, but there is definitely a soul connection here, and there's something about the intuition. The High Priestess, you know, could be talking about Pisces as well. She does wear the triple moon right there on the crown, right? But she is the highest aspect of intuition. And so she comes out to say, let's pay attention. You know, we're going to use all the chakras together. You feel it in your bones, that kind of knowing, okay? So I feel like there is something about this King of Pentacles possibly that you're aware of, that maybe if this is not a separation of some kind, then it would be obviously, you know, your challenge being the 10 of Cups at the very beginning, right? So the High Priestess could be talking about this situation. What your intuition say about either this new situation or the one that you're in right now, okay? All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to take a look at the self, Taurus. We want to know how you're showing up, okay? What's your stance on this? What kind of energy do you have about this whole situation here? Yeah, it's a proposal. It's a celebration. So I feel like this is what you've been looking for, is this coming back together, this union, right? Um, I do feel like we are talking about a, if not a twin flame, then definitely a very good partner. You know, we could be definitely talking about a soul contract here. You know, with judgment, with the high, the high priestess, and then the King of Pentacles, and now the Four of Wands. A proposal of some kind, you know. Um, like I said, your challenge card is the Ten of Cups. Maybe you're waiting on somebody to propose to you. Maybe maybe that's what you're seeking the judgment on. It's possible. It's possible. You have to fill in the blanks. Like I say, hang with me and we'll keep on going and see what's up. All right. All right. So we want to know now about the environment around you. What does the environment look like around Taurus? What kind of energy is around Taurus? Okay, the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you feel like everything is going good. Everything's joyful. You know, the Nine of Cups is the indulgence in joy card, wish fulfilled card. Um, there are some slight things about the Nine of Cups though. And I should go ahead and speak those in case somebody is on the opposite end of this, okay? So Taurus, what I mean is the overindulgence card is what it is. Somebody could have a problem with addictions, perhaps, you know. There is a reverse side to this card. But it also talks about the temporariness. If you'll notice, he's sitting on a bench, not a throne, okay? And that just shows the temporariness of something. So if this is a cycle that you've been going through, this Nine of Cups could be here to say, it's just temporary. So just hang on. This is just a phase, perhaps, that your divine masculine's going through. You know, if this is, like I said, the twin flame or something like that, then it could mean that, you know, he has some healing to do, some things to do. But the overindulgence of joy is all those cups behind him, okay? And that represents things like, you know, family life, or it represents things like rewards or awards that you have received, or it talks about manifesting your passions and desires. You're able to do that, and so you're very, very capable of you know, creating and making your toys, you know, or turning your manifestations into physical reality, right? So, okay, so the Nine of Cups there. Now we're going to take a look at your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries. If you give me just a second, I've got to turn these around because I want the universe to give it to us straight. They didn't quite pop out. They just flipped over and I still was shuffling. So, all right. All right, Taurus, here we go. Your hopes, fears, wishes, and worries, the third quarter. Third quarter for January 2026. What does Taurus need to know here? Oh my goodness, come on. Bad shuffle, you guys. I'll get it right. Probably need to get another deck. I got a brand new deck and I haven't used it. There, that makes sense to me. Here we go. Okay, so we have the Death card. All right, and you're like, oh, thanks a lot. But yeah, absolutely. The Death actually brings on brand new beginnings. It brings the neutrality to things. It brings if you notice, the bishop's looking up at the Pale Rider, okay? And what the bishop knows is that with all things, there is a death, okay? And he actually brings on death that way. He's encouraging death. Death comes to the highest of kings and to the lowest of the peasants, so to speak, right? So what that means is it brings a neutrality. There's a neutral ground there. And so what I feel like with this, your current energy at that Eight of Cups, remember that present energy from the very beginning, that is about to pan out. It is about to be another cycle, an ending of a cycle, okay? So you're going to receive a neutral on that. It's coming to a close, in other words. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep on going here with this card, the outcome and the direction for Taurus. What is the outcome and the direction for Taurus here? Yeah, justice. Justice is served. Okay, Taurus, you're getting exactly what you want. Okay, and what this means is, like I said, from the very beginning, it was kind of tough because the cards were just not really quite revealing it yet. But there's a couple of energies here, okay? So stick with me. But we had the crossing challenge, meaning that you're either waiting for this family unit, this stability in family life, whatever, to take place, or you're leaving out away from that. Okay, because your current energy was emotionally unfulfilled with the 8 of Cups. Now, that could mean that you're tired of that getting that proposal in because you had the 4 of Wands, remember? Okay. Yeah, and then your other cards suggested, excuse me, that that you were making investments in this. Perhaps you were the only one investing and you felt a little left behind on this situation, like it wasn't panning out. And perhaps you have lots of options because you had the 9 of Cups. But what this is trying to say, I think, is you're about to get the justice on that answer, okay? You have the justice card, the death card, and the judgment card, okay? So know this, Taurus. Whatever situation this is for you, I think all you need to do is kick back and let the universe do its thing. In other words, let the death happen, okay? Let it happen naturally, and then you're going to absolutely be clarified, okay? This new situation, whatever that may be, is about to take place. So, Taurus, I apologize. I wish there was something more I could say here. The truth is I'm not trying to clickbait you. I'm not trying to sell you some kind of idea about, I'm not a vending machine for that beautiful reading, okay? Like I said, I like to stick with the integrity of the cards. You have to fill in the blanks, for your situation. But Taurus, I love you. I appreciate you. And I do hope you come in and check out some of the other videos. Like and subscribe, okay? Help me build this community. And anyway, I hope I get to see you on the next reading, okay? All right. Bye-bye.